Next, NASA says its Voyager 1 probe, the most distant human-made object in the universe, is sending usable information to Earth again, after months of spouting gibberish.
Humanity has finally found a way to communicate with the unimaginable. NASA Pride, Voyager 1, has achieved a historical feat after making a terrifying discovery since it was launched in space 45 years ago. For the last 4 decades, it revealed truths about our universe and the darkness surrounding it. But recently, the spacecraft detected some very unusual structures and took images of them. World-renowned podcaster and host Joe Rogan revealed details about this discovery on his show called the Joe Rogan Experience. What were the strange structures, and could man have just discovered a chance to directly communicate with aliens? Join us as we take a look at what the unusual structures really are and why this discovery is certainly one for the books. The strange structures in outer space. Voyager 1 has just gotten the full attention of the scientific community with its latest finding after renowned astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson broke the news that the spacecraft found 500 unknown objects lurking deep in outer space. This revelation has caused concern, mainly among researchers, as these mysterious objects are very strange, and you're about to see why. When Voyager 1 first sighted them, it sent data to NASA on Earth, but the data it sent was pretty much a jumble of words and figures that looked like a complicated message from the cosmos. After a while of trying to decipher the message, NASA scientists at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory were very shocked when they finally translated these baffling signals into comprehensible words. Joe Rogan, a well-known podcaster and media personality, was very interested in the discovery, and he was quick to discuss it extensively in his conversations with several researchers and UFO enthusiasts. Of all his discussions, one stood out the most, and it was his conversation with David Grush, a former Air Force intelligence officer. Both men agreed that things didn't quite add up about Voyager 1's discovery. What if the unusual structure was an alien spacecraft or home, and the message couldn't initially be decoded because it was alien-coded? It's no surprise Joe is convinced about this, as NASA is known for previously hiding information about aliens from the rest of the world. Joe Rogan then pointed out the ongoing research into the mysterious objects found in interstellar space. If you think about it, this fits as a move NASA scientists made after finding out about the alien spacecraft. While these were mostly his suspicions, Joe warned viewers against jumping to conclusions and encouraged an open-minded approach to understanding this confusing discovery. Meanwhile, NASA is still trying to determine the nature and possible origin of these 500 mysterious objects. They are taking their time to gather more information and avoid making premature assumptions. Joe Rogan particularly commended Voyager 1's missions, and he urged the world to invest more in space exploration. He then connected the recent discovery to a larger discussion about the importance of exploring space, stressing its potential to expand our scientific understanding and gain public support for future endeavors. By venturing into space, we can get new knowledge, drive innovation, and inspire future generations. Missions like Voyager 1 demonstrate the vastness of our universe and the mysteries waiting to be unraveled. With how strange Voyager 1's recent discovery is, it's no surprise the world's attention is drawn to how wide the universe contains billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars and potentially numerous planets. Given the sheer scale of the universe, it's very likely that other life forms exist. The possibility of intelligent civilizations elsewhere in the cosmos raises intriguing questions about their potential interactions with us. The idea of extraterrestrial beings encountering Voyager 1 during its journey is an interesting one. Perhaps driven by curiosity, they stumbled upon our spacecraft and decided to investigate. This scenario opens up a realm of possibilities, inviting us to consider the implications of such an encounter on scientific exploration and our understanding of life beyond Earth. Imagine discovering an alien artifact from another world. The high possibility of meeting extraterrestrial life completely goes against our current understanding of the universe and encourages us to think about the potential consequences of such a discovery. For 45 years, spacecraft have been exploring the wide outer space, and what they've found is almost unbelievable. Our Earth, with its huge oceans and towering mountains, is just a speck in the grand scheme of things. Philosophers have been thinking about this for centuries, but it wasn't until the 1970s that scientists at NASA really understood just how small we are. It all started when the four largest planets in our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, happened to align. This rare event helped a young NASA researcher named Gary Flandro make a discovery that has gone down in history as unforgettable. Flandro was a PhD student at the California Institute of Technology, working part-time at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. He spent years studying the orbits of the giant planets and making precise calculations. What he found was absolutely shocking. He noticed there was a hidden pattern in the way the planets move. Flandro's discovery, made in the late 1970s and early 1980s, changed the way we understand the universe. It showed us that the planets are connected in ways we never knew before, and that their alignments can have a huge impact on the cosmos. Gary Flandro noticed that 4 of all the planets, which were Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, were aligning in a beautiful pattern, like pearls on a necklace, with Earth right in the center. This discovery caused a lot of excitement at NASA because it offered a chance to revolutionize space travel. By flying a spacecraft close to each planet, it could use the planet's gravity to speed up, like getting a boost from an invisible cosmic force. Flandro's calculations showed that this could greatly reduce the time it takes to travel from Earth to Neptune from 30 years to just 12 years. This discovery opened up new possibilities for space missions and exploring the outer reaches of our solar system. It was a lucky coincidence that NASA's ambitious mission happened to coincide with a rare celestial event called a planetary alignment, which only happens once every 176 years. This alignment allowed NASA to use the gravity of the giant planets to propel a spacecraft forward, making it possible to travel faster and farther than ever before. In 1977, NASA saw a rare chance to explore our solar system like never before. The planets were aligning in a perfect pattern, allowing spacecraft to travel farther and faster than ever before. NASA decided to launch 2 spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, just 15 days apart that summer. This was a big moment in space exploration. The twin spacecraft were amazing feats of engineering, with the latest instruments to help us understand our solar system and beyond. Their mission was to explore the outer planets and then go into the unknown territories of space beyond our solar system. Each Voyager spacecraft carried a special message from humanity, a golden record. This time, capsule showed off human achievements and culture, hoping to connect with any intelligent life forms that might encounter it in the future. This gesture showed just how ambitious and impressive NASA's mission was. It wasn't just about science. It was about seeking knowledge and connection across the emptiness of space. The Voyager spacecraft were more than just machines. They represented humanity's curiosity and desire to explore and understand the universe. On September 5, 1977, Voyager 1 started an interstellar journey as part of the Voyager space program. For almost 50 years, this brave explorer has been moving forward, sending valuable information back to Earth through NASA's Deep Space Network. It's like a scout in the vastness of space, connecting our lives on Earth to the unknown that lies beyond. Voyager 1 was originally meant to explore Jupiter and Saturn for just 5 years, but it did much more than that. It sent back amazing pictures and made shocking discoveries that changed our understanding of the outer planets and their moons. Voyager 1 discovered active volcanoes on Jupiter's moon and patterns in Saturn's rings, which was a huge breakthrough. As of August 2023, Voyager 1 is an astonishing 24 billion kilometers away from Earth, making it the farthest human-made object from our planet. This spacecraft was carefully designed by the intelligent designers at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Then things got even more adventurous. Voyager 1's most historical missions. Voyager 1 began its incredible journey from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, launched by a powerful rocket called Titan IIIe. On board, it carries a special gift called a golden record that shows the diversity of life and culture on Earth. This record is like a time capsule containing 115 images, natural sounds like thunder and bird songs, music from different cultures and eras, and greetings in 55 languages. It even has messages from important leaders like President Jimmy Carter and UN Secretary General Kurt Waldheim. Voyager 1 is like an ambassador for humanity, sharing our story with the universe. Then in 2012, Voyager 1 made history by entering interstellar space, the region outside our solar system. This was a major milestone, providing scientists with valuable data about a previously unknown area, but Voyager 1 didn't stop there. In 2021, it detected a constant hum of interstellar gas, a groundbreaking discovery that helps us understand the density of space outside our solar system. This finding is like a new chapter in the Voyager 1 story, showing us that there's still so much to learn and explore. Even after all these years, Voyager 1 continues to surprise us. As Voyager 1 keeps moving forward, it takes our hopes and dreams with it, exploring the vastness of space where many more secrets await. Its incredible journey has led to the discovery of 500 new objects floating in space. Voyager 1's journey is really one the world can't get tired of appreciating. It has traveled an astonishing 14.5 billion miles from Earth, which is like covering a distance of 3.6 times the span between Earth and the Sun every year. This spacecraft is not only impressive for its speed, longevity, and distance covered, but also for the groundbreaking discoveries it has made. The recent identification of 500 previously unknown objects in the far reaches of space is proof of its great journey. The discoveries made by Voyager 1 are like a treasure chest of secrets from space, filled with mysterious and amazing things we've never seen before. So what are the most interesting details of this incredible find, you might ask? You might also be wondering how a spacecraft launched over 40 years ago is still working and sending back new information. The answer is its clever design. Voyager 1 has two sets of computer systems, which means it has a backup plan if something goes wrong. This allows the spacecraft to switch to a different system and keep working, even if one part fails. The computer systems on Voyager 1 are like a team of 3 pairs of twins, working together to keep the spacecraft running smoothly. Each pair has 2 identical computers that can take over if the other one fails. This top-tier design allows the spacecraft to keep going even if some parts stop working. It's like having a spare tire in your car, so you can keep driving even if one tire gets flat. This innovative design has helped Voyager 1 last much longer than expected. The Voyager 1 spacecraft has a clever system that ensures it can keep working even if something goes wrong. If one part fails, another can take over right away, so the mission can continue without any major problems. To make the most of their limited power, the instruments on Voyager 1 use simple circuits that are designed to work within strict power limits. This was a key consideration when the spacecraft was being built, as power management is necessary for keeping Voyager 1 running smoothly. Because the spacecraft is so far from the Sun, it can't rely on solar energy, so it has to be very efficient with its power usage. To make the most of its power, the engineers who designed Voyager 1 came up with some creative solutions. One strategy is to turn off systems that aren't essential to the mission. For example, they turned off heaters that were meant to keep some instruments at the right temperature. While these heaters were important for getting the best results from the instruments, turning them off saves a lot of power and helps extend the spacecraft's lifespan. The engineers carefully decided which systems could be turned off without affecting the main goals of the mission. The engineers who designed Voyager 1 used special computer programs to keep track of how much power the spacecraft was using. These programs can predict when certain parts of the spacecraft will need more power and adjust their operation to make sure they're using energy efficiently. This helps make sure the spacecraft is using as little power as possible while still getting the job done. That's not all. The engineers also used durable materials to build the spacecraft, and these helped keep it from losing heat. This is important because heat loss can waste power, so by minimizing it, they can conserve energy. Another clever thing the engineers did was add devices that can turn other forms of energy into electricity. For example, they can use the difference in temperature between different parts of the spacecraft or vibrations to generate power. This extra energy isn't a lot, but it helps supplement the spacecraft's power budget, allowing it to keep operating longer than originally planned. It's like having a backup power source that helps extend the life of the spacecraft. This combination of advanced algorithms, special materials, and energy-expending technologies turning off non-essential systems on Voyager 1 isn't a decision taken lightly. Engineers carefully plan and test each shutdown in simulations to ensure it won't harm the mission. They also have backup plans to quickly turn systems back on if needed. This careful power management doesn't just extend the spacecraft's life, but also pushes the boundaries of space exploration. Engineers and scientists work together to balance power savings with scientific goals, ensuring that turning off systems doesn't affect data quality or availability. Voyager 1's power management is flexible and adjusts to changing space conditions. As it travels farther from the Sun, it receives less solar energy, so it adapts its power usage to match. This ensures resources are used wisely to support major operations and data transmission, no matter how far it goes. It's pretty much like a smart energy-saving mode that automatically activates, allowing Voyager 1 to operate efficiently and continue sending valuable data back to Earth. Over the years, technology has improved a lot, and so has the way we manage power. Engineers have made many upgrades to the power systems of the Voyager spacecraft, like better power distribution, improved battery charging, and advanced power regulation. Thanks to these careful power management strategies, Voyager 1 has done much better than expected. It's still sending back valuable information almost 50 years after it was launched, even though it was only designed to last 5 years. This is a highly commendable achievement that shows how dedicated and skilled the scientists and engineers are who have worked on Voyager 1. The Voyager spacecraft was designed to explore the outer reaches of our solar system and beyond. They were equipped with many scientific instruments and subsystems made up of an amazing 65,000 individual parts. When they launched in 1977, they carried a special golden record with sounds and images from Earth. This record was meant to tell the story of our world to any extraterrestrial life that might encounter it. The instruments on the spacecraft were carefully placed to make sure they could collect the best data possible. Voyager 1 and 2 surpassed expectations. When Voyager 1 and 2 were launched, they were only expected to last for 5 years, but they have surprised everyone by continuing to work for over 40 years, sending useful data back to Earth. Out of the many instruments they carried, only a few are still working today, but the ones that are still working are providing amazing insights into the universe. One of the instruments that is still working is the low-energy charged particle detector. This device measures the number and speed of tiny particles that hit it and has helped us learn more about the region of space that the Sun influences and the boundary where it meets the rest of the universe. Voyager 1 was the first human-made object to enter interstellar space in 2012, followed by Voyager 2 in 2018. As they travel through this unexplored region, they continue to send back groundbreaking information about cosmic rays, magnetic fields, and the density of interstellar plasma. Their journey has revolutionized our understanding of the outer solar system and the space beyond. They are also monitoring cosmic radiation and particles coming from the Sun, planets, and outer space. Another tool, the Cosmic Ray Instrument, is actively searching for high-energy particles from the Sun and other parts of the galaxy. The Cosmic Ray Instrument on Voyager 1 and 2 is currently detecting particles within the Sun's protective bubble and those coming from interstellar space. This information helped scientists determine when Voyager 1 entered interstellar space. It's actually quite shocking that this instrument still works on both spacecraft. Another important tool is the plasma wave subsystem, which has 2 long antennas that measure electrical field components of potential waves around the outer planets. As the Voyager spacecraft entered interstellar space, this instrument's role changed, and it now provides shocking information about how plasma waves behave in this wide and mysterious region. It's very impressive that it still operates on both Voyager 1 and 2. The magnetometer, originally designed to study the magnetic fields of the outer planets, now plays the main part in finding the transition zone between our solar system and interstellar space. Scientists use it to examine the magnetic features of this boundary area where the Sun's magnetic influence meets the magnetic field of interstellar space. It's impressive that this magnetometer is still very functional on both Voyager 1 and 2, helping us explore the unknown. Another important tool is the Plasma Science Instrument, which studies the lowest energy particles in the plasma identifying particles moving at specific speeds and tracing their origins to some extent. As the Voyager spacecraft moves deeper into interstellar space, their instruments become even more important for scientific discovery. But it's important to note that some instruments have stopped working or been turned off to conserve power. Fortunately, the Plasma Science instrument on Voyager 2 is still operational and continues to provide valuable data. NASA has been carefully managing power on both spacecraft since 1998, when they turned off heaters after 21 years of operation. Some non-essential instruments have been permanently shut down to save energy, as the spacecraft rely on special generators that use the heat from decaying plutonium to produce electricity. Although the plutonium will eventually decay and no longer provide sufficient power, leading to the end of all instrumentation sometime next year, the Voyager team is using careful power management techniques to extend the operational lifespan of both spacecraft until 2027. This coincides with the 50th anniversary of their launch. By carefully managing power, the team hopes to squeeze out a few more years of operation from the spacecraft, allowing them to continue exploring interstellar space and sending back valuable data. The Voyager spacecraft have special thrusters that help them stay in touch with Earth. These thrusters aren't for moving the spacecraft through space, but for making tiny adjustments so that the antenna always points towards our planet. This is necessary for maintaining communication, as the antenna needs to be aimed precisely at Earth to send and receive signals. The thrusters work by releasing brief puffs of energy that last only milliseconds, which gently rotate the spacecraft and orient its antenna towards Earth. In 2017, scientists had to switch to backup thrusters on Voyager 1 because the primary ones were wearing out. Amazingly, these backup thrusters had been dormant for nearly 40 years, but they worked perfectly, allowing Voyager 1 to keep communicating with Earth. The Voyager spacecraft uses a relatively weak signal to transmit data back to our planet, about the same power as a standard refrigerator bulb. By the time this signal reaches Earth, it's very weak, much fainter than the energy from a digital watch battery. It's interesting to think that your iPhone has a memory capacity 100,000 times greater than that of the Voyager spacecraft. Considering how great Voyager 1 was built to be and its recent discovery of 500 strange objects in space, questions have arisen about its data transmission, with fingers pointing to the pictures it took of the 500 objects. Was it only a glitch or a full-blown malfunction? After careful inspection, NASA pinpointed the root of the mystery to Voyager 1's Attitude Articulation and Control System, or AACS, an important component responsible for measuring, communicating, and fine-tuning the spacecraft's orientation. Equipped with an antenna aimed at Earth, the AACS is basically the lifeline for transmitting invaluable data home. Upon investigation, scientists found that the AACS had unexpectedly switched to a long, dormant, malfunctioning onboard computer. NASA's experts were very confused when Voyager 1's telemetry data became skewed due to a glitch. Engineers quickly sprang into action, reconfiguring the attitude articulation and control system to send data through its intended computer system. Thankfully, the natural data streams from Voyager 1 have resumed, and scientists are once again receiving valuable information, but questions still linger about what caused the AACS to use a malfunctioning computer in the first place. While NASA scientists haven't found the answer yet, they think the AACS might have received a faulty command from another onboard computer. To get to the bottom of this, they plan to thoroughly examine the AACS's operations and memory. Suzanne Dodd, the project manager for the Voyager interstellar mission, explained that NASA will take a careful approach to diagnose the root cause of the telemetry issue. Fortunately, the AACS itself seems to be working correctly, and none of the spacecraft's protective systems have been activated. This means Voyager 1 didn't need to enter safe mode, and its signal strength is unaffected. While it's unclear what exactly caused this anomaly, one likely reason is the harsh environment of space. Space is known for its extreme conditions, which can disrupt spacecraft operations like Voyager 1. The onboard electronic systems are particularly vulnerable to cosmic radiation and drastic temperature fluctuations, making it a difficult task to maintain smooth operations. Space is filled with high-energy particles from distant stars and celestial bodies known as cosmic radiation. These particles can penetrate spacecraft like Voyager 1, causing electrical disturbances, data signal distortions, and memory errors. In the harsh environment of space, temperatures can drop to extremely low levels, making it an issue for spacecraft to operate. That isn't half of the spacecraft's problems. Voyager 1 also faces threats from micrometeoroids, tiny dust particles, and fragments from asteroids and comets. These particles can collide with the spacecraft, causing it to act up in operation. As Voyager 1 travels through interstellar space, its plasma wave instruments have detected frequent collisions with dust particles traveling at high speeds. When these particles hit the spacecraft, they instantly vaporize and ionize, creating an expanding plasma cloud. This reaction triggers a voltage pulse in the plasma wave system's electric antenna. While these collisions may seem minor, they pose a potential threat to Voyager's delicate systems, potentially causing damage. Voyager 1's unusual data transmissions might be explained by the presence of interstellar dust particles, although this is not confirmed. Along with other factors, these particles could contribute to malfunctions in the spacecraft's computer systems. But you should know that scientists have proposed different natural explanations for the glitch in Voyager 1's system, and it's not accurate to solely blame these occurrences for the excitement around the recent discovery. One idea that sparks the imagination is the possibility of extraterrestrial involvement, but this theory is highly speculative and lacks widespread acceptance in the scientific community. The idea of intelligent extraterrestrial life has long fascinated scientists and space enthusiasts. Dr. Avi Loeb, a scientist known for his unconventional ideas, explored the interesting and highly controversial topic of extraterrestrial life on a popular show. His thoughts have sparked widespread interest, especially after Voyager 1's recent malfunction. The glitch in Voyager 1's system could be a way for extraterrestrial beings to send a message to us, a kind of cosmic hello. This raises the possibility that they might have found the golden record, a unique artifact aboard Voyager 1 that contains sounds, music, greetings, and images from Earth. The golden record is like a message in a bottle, meant to be discovered by any intelligent life form that encounters it. If alien beings decoded the golden record, they would gain a wealth of information about Earth's cultures and the diversity of life on our planet. This scenario has made people wonder how extraterrestrial beings would interpret our music, art, languages, and scientific knowledge. Would they also understand how important our cultural expressions are? The Voyager 1 team discovered that the glitch was caused by the AAC transmitting telemetry data through an inactive onboard computer, leading to data corruption. To fix the issue, Susan, the project manager, and her team took a careful approach. They instructed the AAC to send the data to the correct computer, which fixed the transmission error. While engineers are still trying to figure out why the AAC started sending data to the wrong computer, they think a faulty command from another onboard system might be the cause. This means there is a more complicated problem that needs more investigation. Meanwhile, the team is checking other parts of the spacecraft to find and fix the root cause. As we continue to explore and gather data, we may find answers to humanity's most pressing questions about the universe and our place within it. This discovery could pave the way for more life-changing advancements, moving us toward a future where interstellar travel and direct communication with aliens become a reality. Not only that, but we could also finally know why these extraterrestrial beings have either been hiding or playing mind games with us for decades. The possibilities are endless, and we can't wait to see what Voyager 1 has for us next. And what do you think the spacecraft might detect in the coming months? And could the artificial UFO really be for aliens? We would love to know in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next updates. Also, click the next video on your screen to enjoy more exciting content.